What's up, guys? We're back today. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Basically what we do is BMWs, Euro cars, anything like that, drifting. We're turning that into a drift car. If you haven't seen the video about why it's a most reliable daily / tuner you could get for $5,000, watch that video. It's in the account. But other than that, today's video, 7 mods you could do to your E30 that are performance wise. We're not talking about speed or anything like that, because realistically M20, M42, M10, they all suck. E30s are slow. We all know that. So unless you're turboing or motor swap, toss it out the window. So today I'm telling you 7 things that will make your car catch up with newer cars. So let's get right into it.
What's up, guys? So just a little thing I want to throw in here. If you don't want to sit through the whole video and kind of see me list off one by one and go over each one, you can skip to, I believe it's minute 6 in the video, and that's why I just kind of summarize everything I go over. Or you can go in the description below and look at the whole list I have listed there with all the websites and everything else I recommend. So you can go ahead and do that. Or if you want to watch the whole video, which if you do, thank you very much. And if you do, let's get right into it.
Okay, so right off the bat, we're gonna start from the back of the car to the front. So some of these mods you're probably gonna say like, oh my god, bro, everyone talks about this, but realistically it's important stuff. So I'm gonna mention, it's like 2 of them, I'm gonna mention them in here. So right off the bat, what everybody does, wheels and tires. And I'm not just saying just get any tires or any wheels. You want some wide tires with some really good, wide wheels with some really good tires, because realistically, if you have like small stretched out tires, you're not gonna do any good. So these I'm currently running are 9.5 in the rear and 8.5 in the front. This is a 225 tire. It's a Toyo Proxy, as you can see. They're really grippy, really good. Get yourself a good set of wheels and tires, because that comes in clutch. Also, second one is Coilovers. I'm running springs. Also, I'm gonna drop in the description everything that I'm running and the whole list. So I'm running springs. You can do coilovers. I used to do coilovers, but over time I switched around. So that's the second one. Third one is an easy one, but it's, as you can see, where is it? Okay, third one is your diff, because realistically a lot of cars didn't come with the LSDs and it's getting harder to find. So if you are gonna get one, this is the perfect timing. You could get the 410 or the 3.73. I have the 410 and it's really good for shorter drives, not really freeway, but if you want something in the shorter range to get a lot of high RPM, that's the perfect one to get. So those are the first 3, and then now we're gonna move to the front. Okay, now that we're at the front, actually, let's step back. In the middle, kind of, what I want to talk about is the 4th mod, which is Swaybars. I've thrown them on here. I believe they're ST Swaybars. I'll put the link in the description. I got those probably about a year ago. They feel amazing. I threw those on and my springs at the same time, and it was night and day. If you take your car to the canyons or to the track, these are a must to get. So that is the 4th mod to do. 4th? I think we're in the 4th one. Yeah, okay. So that's the 4th one. Now the 5th one. Shit. Okay, now that the hood's open, let's talk about what I really want to talk about. And it's a strut bar. Now I only have the front one because they were sadly sold out of the rear ones. And I'm gonna get that soon. But other than the fact that it looks really nice, this thing does amazing. It holds the body so it doesn't really flex a lot, especially in the canyons or on the track. So this is a must-have, because once you put all these things together, it just makes the whole car solid and it handles a lot better. But other than handling, you want steering. So for the 6th one, you can't really see it, but I have an E36 steering rack in the car, E36 M3. You could get the Z3. I should have got the Z3, but I couldn't find one at the time. Therefore, I went with the E36 M3. But that is the 6th one. And the last one we're going to talk about it's a basic one, but exhaust. Because realistically with these cars, unless you do a turbo or a motor swap, you're not gonna get any power. So if you want it to sound nice and mean, I'd get an exhaust system. You could get headers and all the way back. I currently only have stock headers and from back. So those are the main ones I want to talk about, but there's also other ones you could do. So as you can see, this is the muffler I have. Okay, so for this one, I don't currently have, but it's up to you to get whatever brand you want. I'll have a link in the description of the ones that I'm planning on getting. But basically the one I'm planning on getting is from Garagistics. You could either get their solid mount shifter, which you would have to run solid transmission and engine mounts. So I'm not getting that one because I do daily this car and I don't want to sit through that. Therefore, they have many other ones that are different heights. You could get a stock one, a high one, short one, or you could go with the basic one that everybody gets and loves, which is the Z3 shifter. But you can find those all over eBay, Craigslist. So it's all up to you to get whatever shifter you want. But realistically, the throw on the E30s is a bit high. So if you want something shorter to catch a lot better, I would go with the shifter, and that is probably the next mod to do on the car. Other than that, if you don't have a steering wheel, I know this is an OEM plus steering wheel, but if you have the OEM steering wheels that are just massively big, I would go ahead and change that as well, because they do make a huge difference. So there you go. Okay, so these are the 7 mods, 8 if you consider the short shifter, but these mods won't make you go faster, because realistically with these cars you won't have a lot of speed and they are slow, but they will make you handle a lot better and catch up to many other cars if you're going through turns or back roads. And with these mods, once you kind of all tie them in together, the car does perform a lot better than it does stock. So just a little preview of what we talked about: wheels and tires, lowering springs or coilovers, the diff, which you could I'd get one quick because E30 parts are getting harder to find and you might not be able to find one anytime soon. And Swaybars, front and rear, you could not get, I know a lot of people, some of them don't get the rear one because they like it just stock and they get a stiffer one in the front, but I did both. That choice is yours. So the Swaybars, Strut Bar, the Z3 or M3 E36 steering rack, and short shifter, and that's about it. So if you tie all those in together, the car does handle a lot better. And if you throw a turbo on this setup, the car is just gonna be insane. So if you like the video, please subscribe and like. It means a lot to us. And you know what, if this video gets 100 likes, I'm just gonna go and drift that thing around. If you haven't seen a video for that, no, we're gonna do it. It's his car, but you know, he has nothing to say. If you haven't seen that video, check it out, it's on the channel. So until next time, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Peace.